sometimes because of love to our loved ones. Now remember, loved ones is that real tight circle. So I refer to them as loved ones. You wanna give all this information, all this great information. It comes in the form of advice, suggestions, opinions, sharing experiences. This is what I would have done. This is what I did. This is what I would do if I was you. You should probably do this. You should probably do that. Wow, you have all these qualities. Wow, you should do this with these qualities. Wow, with if I had what you had, I would do this. You should probably do this. I saw this. This would work for you. I even if it you sugarcoat it with, I think this would be great. And even though in the truthfulness of your truths, you don't expect them to do it. You don't yeah, you don't expect for them to do it. You're just throwing it out there as a suggestion, like, hey, maybe this will help. Whether they would do it or not do it, it wouldn't matter to you in the sense of like, oh, they did it, they succeeded. Oh, they didn't succeed. It doesn't really matter to you. Those who fall in that group of loved ones, you just want to give them so much because you love them, which is why they fall into being one of your loved ones, whether they do it or they don't. The thing is, though, where you could fall into some sort of a challenge or create something challenging when it was supposed to be something uplifting is the other side, the receiving end. If you're one of their loved ones, which the loved ones things kind of is earned, it goes back and forth. There's an understanding like, hey, yeah, no, you're one of my loved ones too, because they love you so much. You could create some sort of guilt if they don't do it, or just as up there is if they do it and it doesn't work. I did what they told me and I failed at it. They're gonna be bummed out. Or I didn't do it, or I haven't done it, and it sits in the back of their head, it sits in the back of their brain, and they're like, oh man, I didn't do that thing that they suggested that I do. Time passes and they're wondering or thinking, man, maybe if I would have done it, it would have worked. Or you bring it up again because you think you haven't told them, and to you it's such a great idea, or you said it so passively that it wasn't like you weren't going to come check and see if they did it. You just said it in a conversation 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10, 12, 15 months ago. And then it comes up again and you suggest it again because you're just a suggesting machine. But they remember. They're like, oh yeah, you told me that last time and I still haven't done it. Or that last time this opportunity came around and it was similar. History repeats itself, opportunities don't, but it was the same suggestion. I didn't do it. Now I probably should do it. Or I hope you don't notice, or that kind of a deal. So be careful when you share this information. Be careful when share your wisdom, knowledge, experiences, advice when you're asked. Get so far ahead, become so valuable, get so like huge with the things that you do in all 5 pillars. Get all those 5 pillars just giant to where your loved ones want to ask you, hey, what would you do with this? Hey, how should I do this? Once they asked. Then you could pour it on and say, dude, I'll do this. I would do it like this, with the same foundation. But do whatever you want. Don't feel like you have to do it. I'm not telling you what to do. No, you're grown. You're your own person. You're your own thing. These are just suggestions because you asked. It takes on a whole new meaning because they asked. When they don't ask and they still want to share what's going on, I found that the best thing to do is to be a good listener. Now be careful because it's so difficult to be a good listener with the loved one because you have so much information that you want to help your loved one get ahead. Be part of that evolution. Help them save time so they don't take as much time as you did because you feel that you may have an important suggestion that could save them time. But you have to trust the process. That's not your journey. Your journey's your journey. You. That's their journey. And the process between you and them, they do overlap, but that's just part of the process. We can't meddle in the process. That's not our job. That's a higher source that's in charge of the process, which is why we trust the process and enjoy the journey. So remember, be a good listener to your loved ones. And be ready to give that awesome advice, suggestions, experiences if they ask.